NFL22 フランチャイズモード、今回は、ニューヨークジェッツで、やっていきたいと思います。ウィーク1で相手はカロライナパンサーズになります。それでは早速やっていきたいと思います。ゲームレベルはオールマッテンでやっております。1クォーターが15分で、プレー開始残り秒数10秒からの設定です。あと、ゲームスライダーは、多少調整をしております。はい、ということで、ニューヨークジェッツ、ドラフト全体の2位の、ザック・ウィルソンですね、注目は。それに合わせて、オフェンスタックルですね、ライトタックル、レフトガードですか、ベルタッカーですね、アライジャ・ベルタッカーを獲得したのと、あと、ワイドレシーバーでエライジャ・ムーアですね。あとはランニングバック、マイケル・カーターなんかも、オフェンス能力を積極的に獲得して、ドラフトの後半はディフェンスメインで獲得したという感じですかね、ジェッツは。あんまりメンバー詳しくはあんまりわからないんですけども、やっていくうちにいろいろ続いていければなと思いますね。ヤクルトのパンサーズのダーノルドですね。ジェッツから、ダーノルドに移籍してますので、新しいクォーターバック、ジェッツのウィルソンと、先シーズンまでジェッツにいたダーノルドの対決ということになりますね。I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment? レベルもまだ低いので、ちょっとこれは不利になるかもしれないですね。Completion percentage also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? 試合開始です。ジェッツのキックオフになりますね。今のはどうですかね。ジェッツファンブルリカバーしましたね。これ大チャンスですね、いきなり。これいきなり大チャンスですね。今いきなり、リターンをマイケル・カーターですね。8ヤードのゲイン。あとはデビン・コールマンが入ってますよね。わあ、惜しいですね。あと1ヤード。3ゴールですね。
And you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back, and he's able to.
タッチャウですね。やりました。パスプレーまだ1回もやってないですけども、マイケル・カーターですね。ルーキーのドラフト4巡ですかね。3巡か。獲得ですかね。マイケル・カーター。少し上位指名が予想されてたような感じでしたけども、意外と低い順位になってしまって、低い順位にしてはいいランナーを取れたんじゃないかなと思いますよね。まずはいきなり、先制しましたね。これはラッキーでしょう。
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. But here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his fourth season overall now after 3 with the Jets.
ダーノルがパンサーズに行ってからかなり実際に見てかなり調子がいいというか、システムがマッチしてるんでしょうけどね。
So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well, plus the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. It's a great opportunity for Sam Darnold.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Darnold's throw complete there to Moore. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think, show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball, get a few takeaways.
結構視力が今かけてるんですよね。スタータークラスですけど。
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist to the referee, and that means fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again and then you're down 14.
Johnson will return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm not
but I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Dog is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, a run with Carter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a second-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the second pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or two in the practice squad, so they're going to find out if they can actually play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey.
And
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 44 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we can see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. To throw is Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Wilson. It's out, fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
ターンオーバーをなるべくしないようにしたいですね。ターンオーバーがさっきはターンオーバー取りましたけど、あ、ちゃんと見切りましたね、これ。
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of it. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
ターンオーバー即モメントを持っていかれますからね。
A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Darnold down to throw. He's going to look deep for more.
あ、ナイスカットしましたね。DJ ムーアとの勝負でしたけど。ホールか、どうですかね。多分セッターがちょっと。
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Open out on the left side, this is Cole. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the reception for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold.
あ、コサックです
Under
ね。
pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ioannidis able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude and cost them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man incomplete. It's Griffin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Another completion there. What a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Going for it, it's Carter. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff for Carter. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. And it is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
雨降ってるのでかなりシビアですね。あとはクロスかどうか。
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 54 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really likes a chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, it's Darnold. There goes a deep ball in zone. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Darnold completes it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold.
あ、これサッカーですよね。これは大きいですね。フィードゴールレンジから下がりましたね。
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground, Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
いやー、なかなか難しいところですね、あれは。なんかな、やっぱり。
The last run
ま
got
だ
3.
自
Now
陣
here's
のボー
second
ル、
and 7.
プレッシャー、これ下がる、確かね、ゾーンっぽいけど。
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
あ、ちょっと
The
来ま
throw
したね。
taken
あ、
in
これなんで
by
ですね。
And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit
あ
halftime.
と多分ランアフターキャッチをもう期待する。あんまりロングはもうちょっと期待できないので、ランアフターキャッチ、そしたらランアフターキャッチですね。
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Throwing is Wilson. That'll be incomplete.
今ドフリーです。タイミングがなかったのか。今早かったですかね。今抜けてればかなりロングウェイになったような気がするんですけどね。取ってれば。早かったのか。抜けてる。ああ、ないか。出ないか。
Here's Thomas Morstead now.
2つ打ったところに行ったんですけどね。あ、これタッチバックになっちゃった。
Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
ジェッツは結構ディフェンス、結構まあまあいいんですよね。悪くはないんですよね。特にディフェンスラインはかなりメンバー揃ってるような気がします。今カール・ローソンが怪我していないんですけど、そんなに悪くないんですよね。
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
実際やってて、ディフェンスラインも特にプレッシャーかけるメンバーがいるなっていう印象があって。
You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
後ろがカバーできれば結構サックする確率まあまああるんじゃないかなっていう見てるんですよね。
Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
わあ、生かすりが完全にフリーでしょうけど、ダーノードはミススローしてましたね。お互いにちょっとミスのスローが多い感じですね。これ多分雨のせいは確実、雨の影響かなりありますね。あ、やばい。あ、これもやばい。入れてる。あ、キャッチしてる。
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
タイムアウト1回ですね。
Back to throw Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Again, Darnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
これ決まって7対6、かろうじて1点差ですね。
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
残り1秒ということで、もうここは、攻めずに2ダウンですね。ということで、前半終了で7対6ということで、お互いディフェンス合戦ですね。最初のキックオフのボールをターンオーバーして、それがタッチシュートがあったというのがジェッツの攻撃ですね。お互い、ディフェンスが頑張っている感じですね。
So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
ということで前半の終了になります。
A couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes.
From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one still in.